Okay, guys, welcome back to this amazing episode. Today, we're diving deep. So, we're going to talk about flopped. To flop on a dog, basically to be thrown heavily onto a wooden platform, right? He flopped onto his chair. He flopped onto, you just throw yourself. You flop onto something. The next word that we have is senior year. Senior year, guys, is the last year of high school in the US. Usually when students are about 17 to 18 years old. Senior year. And I want to explain to you, in the US, ninth grade is called freshman. They are 14 to 15 years old, right? Freshmen. Whenever a high schooler tells you that they are freshmen, means they are ninth grade. 10th grade is sophomore. Sophomore is 15 to 16 years old. 11th grade is junior. They tell you, I'm a junior. 16 to 17 year old. Okay, 12th grade. 12th grade is a senior year, 17 to 18 years old. For those of you who did not grow up in the States, for those of you who don't know this shit, now you know. The next one we have is whip something out. To whip something out is to take something out very fast and suddenly, often used in casual or joking speech. He whipped out his phone. He whipped out a snack, a gun, a pen. She whipped out the answer. He whipped it out without thinking. Can be in anything, guys, right? Capri Sun is a popular children's juice drink sold in a soft pouch. So Capri Sun is a popular juice drink sold in a soft pouch with a straw, known for spilling if squeezed. Sideways. Sideways means not straight, right? Going or pointing toward the side instead of forward. So the car slid sideways. She looked at him sideways. When the expression says that she looked at him sideways, means she looked at him with a suspicious look, right? Untrustingly. She looked at him sideways. Sideways. Like, she didn't look at him straight, but she is like, she looked at him sideways. It's an interesting expression, guys. The hat sat sideways. The ball bounced sideways. The picture was turned sideways. The picture was turned sideways means that the picture went from vertical to horizontal. Right, so the next word that we have, guys, is thimble. So a thimble is a small metal cap that you wear on your finger to protect your skin from getting penetrated while sewing or pushing a needle. So it's self-explanatory, guys. The next one we have to-go ranch. To-go is like when you order food to go. Ranch is basically a sauce, right? A sauce that they give you they give you a sauce in this small container to go, right? To eat it at home or anywhere else. Next one we have, guys, is wide berth. So berth, guys, has two meanings. Number one is the parking lot for ships, right? They need a wide berth, not to collide, right? Not to smash each other. They need a special space. Another meaning for berth is the bed inside the ship, right? That is attached to the wall. So wide berth basically means to keep a distance from something, usually to avoid danger, like from another ship or boat from hitting it, right? So metaphorically, it can be applied to a real life situation, right? So it means to avoid trouble or awkward situations. For example, he gave his boss a wide berth. She gives drama a wide berth. I keep a wide berth from trouble. They gave the angry man a wide berth. It is smart to give the area a wide berth. So you give it a big distance, right? You keep away from it. You keep big distance from this place or area. Crockpot. Crockpot, guys, is a large electric pot that cooks food very slowly over many hours. Common in American homes. She cooked soup in the crockpot. Dinner was ready thanks to the crockpot. Crockpots are common in American homes. He made chili in the crockpot. Squeegee out. Squeegee out, guys, is to force liquid by pushing hard. Similar to squeezing water off the window with a rubber tool. Squeegee out. He tried to squeegee out the water. She squeegeed out the last drops, when she went to pee. He squeezed hard to squeegee it out. The towel helped squeegee out the liquid. She squeegeed out the mess. The thing is, guys, squeegee out is only used for liquids. You have to understand, the only way to use squeegee out is with liquids. Many students ask me, how can we politely say that someone is taking a dump, taking shit? And so the polite way to say is pass stool. pass, stool. Stool is the medical word for poop. And so when people try to squeegee out, so squeegee out is used for liquids, but for poop, people can say strain. Strain is when they're all tense, but bear down is when they are also tense, but trying to, get it out. Bear down. Don't strain, bear down. Or bear it down. The next one we have is odometer. Odometer, guys, is a small counter in a car that shows how many miles or kilometers the car has traveled. The odometer shows 50,000 miles. He checked the odometer. The car's odometer was broken. The odometer tracks distance. The odometer number was very high. Feral. Okay, feral, guys, means to act wild and out of control, like an animal that doesn't want to follow rules. Often used jokingly for people who stop caring about normal behavior. Feral. He went feral during the weekend. Living alone made her feral. The kids acted feral at the party. She joked that she had gone feral. Feral behavior ignores social rules. Unhinged. Unhinged means acting in a strange or unstable way, as if common sense or calm thinking is missing, right? Unhinged. People are deranged, crazy. So usually the word hinge is used with the door, right? The door hinges on the left, right. Hinge. His reaction seemed unhinged. She laughed at the unhinged idea. That message sounded unhinged. People thought the plan was unhinged. He acted unhinged under stress. The next one, guys, we have is meth head. Meth head is a rude slang for a person who uses strong drug called methamphetamine, or for someone acting in a very chaotic, jumpy, or irrational way. So, meth, drug addict, right? So he used the word meth as an insult. The character acted like a meth head. It's a rude slang term. People use meth head to describe chaos. The behavior looked meth head level. So I always ask people, the reason you're here today, because you didn't do math, right? There's a song by Future. He says, the reason we're here today, because I never gave up. But at the time, I heard him say, the reason we're here today, because I didn't do math. And so now this evolved into a question. So the reason you're here today, because you didn't do math or meth? You have to answer. Art and crafts. I had to actually Google if it's a school subject. I know it is, but I just wanted to make sure it's called that way. Arts and crafts are activities where people make things by hand, like cutting, painting, gluing, or decorating, often done by kids just for fun. It's also a school subject, arts and crafts. School had an arts and crafts day. Arts and crafts help creativity. They made decorations with arts and crafts. It's a good subject, guys. I used to enjoy it. Shower bangs. Now this is a very complex or very advanced slang expression. Let me explain this to you. So shower bangs. First of all, what are hair bangs? You have to understand. Hair bang is this fringe haircut on top of your forehead, right? Haircut bangs. Haircut bangs. So shower bangs is a funny phrase for uneven or messy edge of a shower curtain after someone cuts it. Shower bangs. Comparing it to badly cut hair bangs, right? Shower bangs. Hair bangs. Understand? She joked about her shower bangs. The curtain had ugly shower bangs. He laughed at the shower bangs. D.A.R.E program. A D.A.R.E program is a school program in the US where they teach kids to stay away from drugs or to say no to drugs and alcohol. I don't know how effective this program is. I think it doesn't work, or maybe even promotes this stuff. But you guys tell me. You guys tell me. Let me know what you think. Let's go through the examples. The school taught the D.A.R.E program. Kids learned about the D.A.R.E program. The D.A.R.E program was common in schools. Parents remember the D.A.R.E program as much as simple and stupid. Lightweight. Lightweight, guys, is a person who's very sensitive to alcohol, I think, or caffeine. The word lightweight can be confused with meaning that your weight is light, but when you use lightweight in terms of literal weight, you would say lightweight champion, right? Lightweight laptop, or mostly in the context. But when you say I'm a lightweight, when I smoke hookah, I add only one coal. Or I'm a lightweight when it comes to drinking. I'm a lightweight when it comes to any substances. It is understood perfectly, and so lightweight is a sensitive person to any substances, right? They get influenced very easily and fast with little doses, which is good, guys, because, I mean, yeah, she's a lightweight and feels dizzy after one drink. I'm a lightweight, so I drink slowly. He laughed because he's such a lightweight. One beer and she was tired. Total lightweight. Being a lightweight is not a bad thing, you know? Being lightweight is not a bad thing, guys. You need to understand. Met Gala ball gown is a very long, fancy, dramatic dress worn to the Met Gala, one of the most famous fashion events in the US. Met Gala. Remember that, guys. Met Gala. We're clear on that. Ball is a large, formal, social dance, usually with elegant clothing, music and dancing, high society ceremonial setting, right? Ball gown is a dress worn to a formal dance event. So when I say Met Gala ball gown, means that a dancing dress, formal dress, that is worn for Met Gala event, which is one of the most famous fashion events in the US. Unfortunately, the AI doesn't explain it to you that way, so I had to do extra research to understand every single thing about this expression. So yeah, sometimes it pisses me off, man. You know, like if AI was a person, whatever. Pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice is a sweet smell and flavor used in fall for coffee, candles, desserts, and strongly connected to American autumn culture. Pumpkin spice coffee comes out in fall. The store smelled like pumpkin spice. She loved pumpkin spice candles. Pumpkin spice is very popular in America. Pumpkin spice reminds people of autumn. Brazilian wax is a beauty treatment where people remove all hair from the bikini areas and is usually used humorously in the US. She talks about getting a Brazilian wax. Brazilian waxes are common in beauty salons. The joke mentioned a Brazilian wax. Brazilian wax removes most hair. People talk about Brazilian wax casually in the US. Vabbing. So guys, apparently vabbing, the comedian says, is an internet trend where young girls smear their vaginal liquids onto their necks so that they can attract mates because it contains pheromones. And so she says here, she heard about the vabbing on the internet, and imagine if you are a parent and you smell. Vabbing shocked a lot of people. Many find vabbing uncomfortable. Vabbing became a viral trend. Gen Z. Gen Z, guys, is the generation of people born around the late 90s to early 2010s, often described as confident, internet native, and bold. Gen Z, remember, from 1990s to 2010. Gen Z grew up with smartphones. Gen Z uses social media a lot. Gen Z jokes are very fast-paced. Gen Z is known for being bold. Gen Z thinks differently. Potpourri. Potpourri, guys, is a bowl or mix of dried flowers and spices used to make a room smell nice. Common in older American homes. The bowl of potpourri smelled nice. Potpourri sat on the coffee table. Her house smelled like potpourri. Potpourri is common in older homes. The potpourri was made of dried flowers. Licorice. Licorice is a black candy with a very strong taste that many people either love or hate. He hates the taste of licorice. Licorice candy is very strong. Some people love licorice. Licorice is a very divisive candy. Geisha. So geisha is a traditional Japanese woman trained in music, dance, and polite conversation, often misunderstood in Western cultures. So they think geisha is a hoe. Maybe she's not. Who knows? She learned about geisha in history class. A geisha studies music and dance. Many people misunderstand geisha. Geisha wears traditional clothing. Geisha culture is very old. Dainty, guys. Dainty, guys, means slender, delicate, gentle, right? So dainty basically is not the same as pansy. Pansy is like very sensitive, very weak. It's not a negative meaning. Dainty is a very positive one. So for example, she took dainty little bites. He has dainty hands, slender, dainty hands, meaning refined, gentle, delicate hands. The cup is dainty and fragile. Okay? We have an example here. He teased her for being dainty. The movements were very dainty. She walked in with dainty steps, very careful, treading. Dainty can mean overly careful. And so the definition here is acting very delicate, gentle, or careful, sometimes used to tease someone for being slow or overly neat. Dainty, guys. It's a very beautiful word, more on the positive spectrum, so please remember that. Dainty. She made dainty movements with her hands while drinking tea. So dainty, guys, describes quality, delicate, refined. Pansy judges character, weak, contempt. The next one we have Steve O. Steve O, guys, is a famous American entertainer known for doing painful, gross, or dangerous stunts as jokes. Steve O is known for crazy stunts. His jokes sounded like something Steve O would do. Steve O became famous for shock humor. He said, "I'm not Steve O." Steve O's humor is extreme. Synced. Sync means happening at the same time, like two people are doing or feeling the same thing together. Sync. Their steps were perfectly synced. The phones synced together. They laughed at the same time, fully synced. The music and lights were synced. Their schedules synced well, right? Best friends test. The moment they look at each other and they laugh, they are synced. You guys are perfectly synced. Like as if you are guys communicating telepathically. So IBS is a short form of irritable bowel syndrome. Meaning that, in my understanding, people can't hold it if they want to go, if they need to pass the stool, meaning to go take a shit, to dump, they can't wait. They have to do it the moment they feel they want to do it, right? So it's a health condition that causes stomach pain and urgent bathroom needs. So some examples. The way that I remember this word is IBS, BS can be standard for, in your memory, mnemonic associative techniques, you can say BS bullshit. I, bowel, right? Your bowl, your bowel. I bowel shit, like IBS, someone is full of shit. But not full of shit in a metaphorical way, in a literal way. So she has IBS and needs to use the bathroom quickly. IBS can be stressful. You guys need to use GPT very carefully. Parks and recreation. Parks and Recreation, guys, apparently is a popular American comedy show about small town government workers known for silly humor. Aside from taking these words literally, parks, park, recreation means like leisurely activities, right? Recreation. So let me define recreation here for you so you know, because not everyone knows the word recreation. If you know, you know. If you don't, hear me out. Recreation, guys, are the activities done for enjoyment, relaxation, or fun, especially in free time. Sports are a form of recreation. The park is used for recreation. Let's get some examples, guys. Andres. So, regular recreation helps reduce stress and improve mental health. The city offers plenty of recreation for families, including parks and sports fields. Swimming is my favorite form of recreation. There is very little recreation available in this neighborhood. Without recreation, people burn out quickly. The job leaves no time for recreation. What kinds of recreation do you enjoy? Is there any recreation nearby? Do you think recreation is important for mental health? So recreation, guys, basically means activities done for enjoyment, relaxation, or refreshment. What are your favorite recreational activities? You can ask. My favorite recreational activities are 1, 2, 3. Let me get through some examples. Yeah, what kinds of recreation do you enjoy? Is there any recreation nearby? Do you think recreation is important for mental health? What forms of recreation are popular in your city? How much time do you spend on recreation each week? Soft serve. So, soft serve is an ice cream that is extra smooth and soft, usually coming out of the machine instead of being scooped. So it's not scooped, it comes from the machine. He ordered chocolate soft serve. Soft serve melts fast. It's a soft serve ice cream. Eat it fast. Kids loved soft serve ice cream. Soft serve ice cream is very smooth. Soft serve ice cream. Piping hot. So guys, piping hot means steaming hot. So imagine the word pipe, piping, right? Steam rising like pipes, piping hot. The soup was piping hot. The served pizza was piping hot. She brought out a piping hot tea. And so it is a idiomatic phrase. Piping hot is an idiomatic phrase that means very hot, fresh out of the oven. Not just oven, just cooked or just served. So it's like steaming hot, right? Steamingly hot. Pipe, piping hot. The soup is piping hot. Be careful. Don't burn your tongue. The pizza was piping hot. Be careful, it's piping hot. Soup came out piping hot. Piping hot food can burn you. She waited for it to cool. If you want to know the origin like me, so it says here piping means pipe. A pipe carries hot water, steam, or gas. When pipes are hot, they often steam, whistle, or hiss. So piping hot means hot like stream coming out of a pipe. Why this obligation exists? Well, old mental image. The food is piping hot, just cooked. Next one we have is cardboard. Cardboard, guys, means thick, hard paper used to make boxes, not soft like normal paper. Cardboard. It's the Amazon boxes that you have, right? Cardboard. Would you believe it? Being a C1 English speaker, maybe stumbling upon this word, 2 years ago, I was like, shit, that's a new word for me. Even though I was a C1 English speaker. Booped. Booped means gently touched or poked in a cute or playful way, often with a finger or nose. Booped. The cat booped her nose. He booped the baby's cheek. She booped the dog playfully. The puppy booped his hand. Booped sounds cute and gentle. Deranged power move. So deranged power move, guys, means a very strange or extreme action someone does to show control or dominance, often in a shocking or inappropriate way. A deranged power move. Psychopathic, very selfish, egotistic power move. That was a deranged power move. Everyone was shocked by the power move. He called it a deranged power move. The action felt extreme and weird. A deranged power move makes people uncomfortable. Bring the heat, boy. Bring the heat. To act with a lot of energy, strength, or intensity, especially in arguments, sport, or performances. She brought the heat during the game. He brought the heat in the argument. The term brought the heat. Okay, the team brought the heat tonight. She really brought the heat on stage. Bring the heat means high energy. Bring the heat. And remember that, guys. Bring the heat during the game. He brought the heat in the argument. Woodstock 99 Porta Potty. Let me explain this to you guys. So, Woodstock 99 Porta Potty is a reference to a very dirty and disgusting potable toilets, because that festival became famous for terrible hygiene. Woodstock 99 Porta Potty, right? Woodstock, I think the band or the festival name, whatever, and Porta Potty are the bathrooms people used not to lose their spot in the crowd. Right, they enjoyed the performance, and they used to shit in the same area where they shit, man. So the bathroom was like Woodstock 99 Porta Potty. He joked about Woodstock 99 Porta Potty. The spell reminded him of Woodstock 99. People used it to describe dirty toilets. Woodstock 99 means very gross. I mean, Porta Potty, Woodstock 99 Porta Potty means very gross. Kleenex, guys, is a popular brand name for soft paper tissues used to blow your nose. Americans often say Kleenex instead of tissue. He grabbed a Kleenex. She asked for a Kleenex. It may be very simple to you guys, but many of you don't know many of you, if you think about it, don't know the real meaning of the word Kleenex. Sometimes it goes away, right? Americans say Kleenex instead of tissues. The Kleenex box was empty. Petty. Petty, guys, means caring too much about small, unimportant things, often to be mean or spiteful. Okay? Mean or spiteful. When people care about trivial things and make a problem out of it. She was pretty small about things. That comment felt petty. He didn't want to be petty. Petty fights waste time. Petty behavior look immature. Petty behavior looks immature. Mukbang. Mukbang is an internet video where a person eats a lot of food while talking to people watching online. She watched a mukbang video. Mukbang shows people eating a lot. Mukbang videos are popular online. He finds mukbang strange. Okay. Bukkake, guys. A porn niche related to shit. Resting blood alcohol. Resting blood alcohol is a tiny amount of alcohol that can exist naturally in the body even when the person is not drinking or has not been actively drinking. Midwest mom. So you ask me, what does it mean? Right? So it's a stereotype of a polite, practical American mother from the middle of the US, often seen as conservative and easily shocked by rude topics. You know, I call it pendulum adherence, matrix reinforcers, or we can say matrix guardians, because they help the matrix run itself. The Midwest mom looked shocked. Midwest moms are seen as polite. She acted like a Midwest mom. Midwest moms avoid rude topics. The joke scared the Midwest mom. YMCA, guys. Remember, when I was listening to Lil Wayne in the past, back in the days, I used to clink with the word YMCMB, and so when I hear YMCA, it's very close to the ear. So YMCA stands for Young Men's Christian Association. It's a community organization, not a school, not a church, even though it started with Christian roots. What a YMCA actually is. In the US, a YMCA is basically a community center where people go to work out, swim, play sports, take classes, yoga, send kids after school programs or summer camps. Do not confuse it with YMCA, a famous disco song, separate culture references. The next one we have, guys, is Zumba. As much as everybody knows what Zumba means, let's actually dig deeper. A Zumba is a workout class, mixes dancing and exercise with loud music. She takes a Zumba class. Zumba uses music and dance. Zumba is good exercise, whatever. Foosball players. Foosball, guys, is the table soccer. People who play a table game that looks like soccer using small figures attached to rods, the metal rods, right? Attached to rods. They are foosball players. I used to joust my mates on a foosball table. I used to play my mates at foosball. I used to compete against my mates on a foosball table. Did not want to cross. Didn't want to cross. So didn't want to cross is a phrase meaning someone is strict or scary, and you should not make them angry. So he didn't want to cross her means he didn't want to anger her, oppose her, or go against her wishes. Okay? To cross someone is to do something they will see as betrayal, disrespect, or defiance. Okay? To cross someone. He didn't want to cross her, so he agreed. He didn't want to cross her. Remember that. Let me read it for you one more time. To cross someone is to do something that they will see as betrayal, disrespect, or defiance. Okay? So you didn't want to cross. So she didn't want to cross him means she didn't want to make him angry, oppose him, or go against his wishes. Cross. Just imagine. He didn't want to cross her. He didn't want to cross her. Everyone avoided crossing the boss. She's strict and not to be crossed. He knew better than to cross him. Do not cross means avoid danger. Blockbuster, guys, just for your information, FYI, is a famous old store where Americans used to rent movies before streaming existed. Space Jam is a beautiful cartoon that we all enjoyed as kids. VHS is a movie stored on a large plastic videotape that people used before DVDs and streaming. Gen Z will understand what I mean. The VHS. Cole, guys, is a common American store that sells clothes, shoes, and home items. Crept up. Crept up is to move slowly and quietly towards someone so they do not notice. He crept up behind her. The cat crept up quietly. She crept up to scare him. Night crept up fast. If anybody, guys, in your life creeps up and tries to scare you, cut them off. They are not healthy for you. As much as they want to joke and sound funny or be funny, or it's not healthy. You tell them not to do it anymore. You just warn them, stop doing that, and if it happens again, just cut them off. They're not worth your peace. Polyp. Polyp is a small growth inside the body, often harmless, but checked by doctors. The doctor found a polyp. A polyp is an abnormal growth of tissue that sticks out from a surface inside the body. It is usually soft, rounded, and attached to wall or lining. Small bump, fleshy protrusion, something that grows outward, not flat. Right, so it can be found, it says here, in colon, intestines, nose, stomach, uterus, throat, whatever, vocal cords, God forbid. Polyp, right? So it's an abnormal tissue growth that sticks out from a body lining. And so the thing is, the doctor found a polyp in her body. Polyps are often harmless. She had a polyp removed. Doctor checks polyps. A polyp is small growth. Goalies, guys. Goalies are players in sports like soccer or hockey whose primarily job is to stop the ball or puck from going into the goal, right? The goalies block the shot. Goalies wear special gear. The team has 2 goalies. Goalies protect the goal. A good goalie saves games. Butt crack. Butt crack, guys, is the line or space between the 2 halves of the butt. Informal and childish language. So I used to joke back in the days of taking a credit card and sliding it through the butt crack. Just a joke as a teenager, So his shirt showed his butt crack. Kids laugh at the word butt crack. It's childish language. She joked about butt crack. The term is informal. Palpable, guys, basically means that it could be almost sensed, You can almost feel it in the air. Feeling so strong that people can clearly sense it. Palpable, right? Even if they cannot touch it. The tension was palpable. Fear felt palpable. The excitement was palpable. The anger was palpable in the room. Palpable mean like you kind of feel it, right? The hatred, the love is palpable. Thank you so much for today, guys, and I will see you next time. And by the way, guys, what I want to tell you is very important. So for you to speak American English, guys, you have to be acquainted or get acquainted with all the words and terms of US popular games, like basketball, like baseball. These words are used in everyday language, like dunk, slam dunk, home run. They're used all over the series, the movies, so you have to understand them. It is not the books. So if you graduate, if you have passed IELTS, if you have passed TOEFL, if you have completed your C1 level, congratulations. You think you speak English now? You think you master and know American English? Hell no, you don't. Number 2, after learning sport vocabulary, you have to actually learn phrasal verbs. And this comes